even better than Tesla.
There is no parcel shelf in this car.
11 inches here, and the frames. Deja vu. To be honest with you, the first time I wasn't sure if sleep like that. But let's be honest, the MI5 will sound completely different and better, especially on the British market. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is all new MG IM5 and you're watching 5 minutes review. Let's go around. Alright guys, let me start as usual from the boot. So that's your key, which you know already from IM6. So we got a card, something like a credit card, and the main key, because you should use only that one here. So let's open the boot. Yes, that one. There we go. Nice black, lovely shape. I really like this car, so let me know in the comment below what you think about the shape. I know some people say this looks like a Tesla, but in my opinion it looks even better than Tesla. As you can see, we've got some step here. All right, so we've got a long flat floor. Unfortunately in this car we don't have any side pocket, or also we don't have any double floor. Okay, we've got something like that, but when we open there you will find the battery here. Okay, so that means you don't have an extra spare room, spare compartment. But anyway, the boot is quite big. I've got speaker, another speaker. There is no any hook here, and also what is very important,
There is no parcel shelf in this car.
this is something what somebody asked me yesterday below my video with IM6, and yeah, even here there is nothing like that. That's a little bit strange. Okay, when you close the boot, the glass is black and nobody will see what you've got here, but it should be something like that in my opinion anyway. By the way, 12-volt socket, LED light. So the boot is long, almost 45 inches, that means 114 centimeters. It's high on the lower part here, let's say something like a 14 inches, that means 36 centimeters. And this way there is something like 2 feet, hopefully you can see that, and 60 centimeters. And it's wide like a 3 feet, that means 92 centimeters. Let me check how big is the boot, or how long. With the seat area, with the string here. Okay, the floor, as you can see, is not very flat. From the upper part of the backrest, we've got exactly 69 inches, that means 175 centimeters. Right, that's all about the boot. Let's go under the bonnet. And it's the same story like when in IM6. Everything is covered by the huge plastic. All details about the engine and batteries you can see right now on the screen. And let's take a look to that compartment. That's front, which is a bit smaller compared to MI6. Of course, you've got tire repair kit, your triangle. The size of the frunk is something like a little bit over 19 inches. That means almost 50 centimeters. And this way, 11 inches. That means 28 centimeters. And 20 centimeters. That means a little bit, almost, I will say, 8 inches. Okay. Quite windy today. All right, that's all about the boot. Let's go inside the car. So that's the same system like in IM6. So that's mean you can open the car on a few different ways like that, or the car will recognize you when you come in closer and will unblock the door. As you can see, you've got the same system with the handle, and so that's quite clever handle. So just look at the window here and my fingers. You can just put the fingers here. You see the door are unblocked and the glass goes down a little bit. Okay, just because this car or that doors doesn't have any frames, and I'm more than sure also on the back. Yes, exactly. So let's check how many space we've got here. We've got okay, the same story. Yeah, we've got enough space for even huge hand, and I really like it. Also here there is some movement, but that's standard on this kind of handle. Okay, let's open the door and let's check the quality of the door. So the upper part is made of nice soft material. I like it. Here is the plastic, which reminds me a little bit of wood. Quite long, and I would say it's quite soft. Armrest. Okay, you've got only 4 buttons here, actually 5, to lock and unlock the windows, to adjust the windows, and that's the button to open the door or unlock the door, lock the door. And you've got one more, something like a physical button to open the door. You see that? That's nice. So let's talk about the seat. The seat itself are quite nice, nicely designed, very similar to IM6. They had, of course, electric adjustment, quite big, nice and soft side support, lots of room for your back. You've got the same huge middle tunnel, but it's a little bit shorted compared to IM6. The same, I will say, steering wheel, and almost the interior is quite the same. Okay, and what's interesting, just take a look. You will always jump to the car with completely clean trousers, because everything, the lower part of the car is covered by the door at the front and also at the back. Okay, so let's go inside the car. Alright guys, I'm inside the car, and to be honest with you, I have got something like deja vu, however you wanna call it. There's something like I was exactly in the same car a few days ago. Yes, in that one. MI6 and MI5 are very, very similar, and even I will say they look exactly the same. The main reason is the IM5 is a little bit smaller or shorted, however you want to call it, and I have got the feeling like here I've got a little bit less space than in IM6. But anyway, as usual, I will start from amount of space, then I will show you everything around myself and what you can find inside the car, including, of course, visibility. So, as you know, if you are watching my channel, I'm 193 centimeters tall. If you are not watching, please subscribe to my channel and stay with me. And the driver's seat now is on the lower position, and above my head I've got something like, I would say, 8 fingers because we've got the glass roof, and so it's quite enough space. Let's talk about the space for my leg, which is quite nice. I would say lots of space from both sides. Okay, so this panel is quite low. That's mean I will never touch with my knee, actually with the bones from my knee, the hard plastic or any element from the door. So that's great. Unfortunately, from this side, this middle tunnel is finished with nice soft material, but below that, as you can hear, there is only hard plastic, and there's not quite comfortable, in my opinion anyway. Please let me know in the comment below if you are focused on this kind of things in the car, because usually I'm complaining about the bones, the space, and this kind of stuff. But anyway, and this car is actually I can see the little bit of piano black. You know, I'm not a fan of piano black, and thank you MG, there is no piano black. The piano black you can find only on this element here, a little bit here, and yeah, on the elements. That's all. And on this panel on the upper part of the car, and that's also absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's talk about the visibility. The camera now is on my eye level, and that's what I see around myself. Let's take a look. Okay, we cannot see much look at the back, but we've got great reversing camera, which I will show you on the next few seconds. Just take a look now at these mirrors, which are a little bit smaller compared to the IM6, but you can see everything actually what you need to see. They are also quite far away from the door. That's great. The A-pillars are very narrow, and that's great because if you've got the A-pillar quite wide, they always limited your visibility, but they are on both sides. Nice. Okay, on this, from this perspective, they are quite wide, but let's be honest, if you are driving, it's no problem at all. Let's talk about this mirror. So I'm always complaining about this mirror. This mirror in this car is like the same in the IM6, quite small and short, I will say, but look at that, you can see everything what you have to see. Anyway, it's quite low, but it's not far away. That's mean, okay, apart of small visibility in this part, if you look at the front, you've got brilliant visibility. So that's mean it's quite clever because first of all, the mirror is quite low, but it's very close to my face. That's mean I've got good visibility. Brilliant. Very simple solution, but it's brilliant. Okay, so let's talk about the dash, which is made of nice soft material, like here, like actually everywhere. Okay, that's hard plastic. So that's your speakers. Everything is nice and soft. You've got huge, long panel. It's just only one panel, one screen. It's nothing like in the other cars when you've got like 3 or 2 separate screen. Here you've got a long, nice panel. Below that, of course, you've got another element which is nice and soft. That's your air vents. You cannot adjust the air vents by yourself with your fingers like in other cars. You can do it just only from this screen, and that screen is like a heart of the car. You can adjust whatever you want. If you want to know exactly what to do, how to do, just please watch my video with the entertainment system on IM6. So I will just say quickly, so in this panel you cannot do much. Okay, you've got only a few applications which are quite important, I will say. You cannot move the screen on any way. You can just touch the button with the app with radio, and you got full screen of radio. If I'm here, so just look at that, that's your view from the reversing camera. It's not maybe very quality full HD, but the contrast and everything is quite nice, and the picture is quite sharp, I will say. So that's mean you've got perfect visibility to the rear. Also, you've got the option just to take a look on the side of the wheels, front or back. Okay, and also a few other options. All right, you've got also something like automatic parking, which is here. Take a look. Oh, the car find automatically some space here, so we can park like that. So I'll go to the front and then on the side. But let me try. For example, let's start and let's do it. It's actually, I will say, everything works very fast, very quick. And sometimes, to be honest with you, the first time I wasn't sure if I have to take any control about it. But yeah, I really wasn't sure. But at the moment I can say, yeah, it's working very well. But for me, should you do it on the little bit lower speed, in my opinion anyway. All right, okay. Let's go back on the same place. Do not block, because I was just blocked at the moment the access to other cars. Unfortunately, the clever system does not recognize that there is the way to go on the other car park. Okay, if you want to adjust the seat, you can just touch a little bit one of the button on the side, and then there you go, you've got the seat, which you can just adjust adjust by the screen. Look at that, I'm moving to the front, and now I'm moving to the back. Okay, so that's quite easy. You can just set that to 3 different drivers. That's fine. And also you've got the option like a rest. So what does that mean? Look at that, I just press the button, and look what's happened with the seat. Actually, I can go sleep like that, and with a nice view. Look at that. That's quite clever. Yeah, let's see what's going to be happen if I put back again. Successful. Okay, Going back, but I'm not sure if that will be, the seat will go to the same position like was before. Not really. I need to just put a bit to the front, just move the seat a little bit to the front, and yeah, it's always, I would say, almost the same, so it's quite good. So on the front of you, you've got the main screen with all necessary information, because maybe you are recognized that you don't have any panel to adjust the mirrors. So the mirrors are here. Okay, mirrors. So as you can see, you can just adjust the mirrors with that knob, which you can put, for example, let's say left mirror, look at that, or right, let's go on the right. Okay, and just look at that, up and down, and also right or left, and when you click that, it's set. Okay, so nice and easy driving. You've got comfort, eco, sport, and customize. Okay, when you are inside the car, you can just open the boot like that, keep that dock on, and you can see how easy is that. And now you can close again, just touching the button. Now you need to touch and press a bit, and now you can close it. Very simple, very nice. Okay, so apart of that, below that actually, you've got your induction charger. That's the place for something, for example for key, but anyway, you can order extra induction charger, something like an adapter, and plug in this socket. Okay, you've got two cup holders, you've got nice, seems to be very hard armrest, but don't worry, it's nice and soft, in my opinion anyway. You've got your storage, which is not very deep, but it's quite big, I would say. Okay, and you've got two USB port C there, I don't know if you can see that, and also you've got one slot for memory card, because in this car, like in IM6, you don't need any extra cameras. The cameras, which is 7 of them around the car, will record your road when you are on the road, and that's why you need the SD card. On the upper part of the car, you've got sun visor, which are on not usual shape. Look at that, quite unique, but I like it. And also the mirror is covered with something like that. You can open on halfway, on another half, with extra LED light. Also from this side, as you can see, you've got lots of things like that. That's your speakers, extra speakers, okay, for the music. And so let's talk about once again about the seat, which are absolutely fantastic. I would say fantastic seat. I really love it. The glass roof, which is quite big, but I just asked the girl last time, and there is not an option to change the color of the roof. It's just like that. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine. So, and yeah, that's all about the interior from the front. Now let's go to the back. Let's check the quality of the door. So the upper part is made of nice soft material. Also here, actually everything is nice and soft, apart of the piece of plastic with a pocket. You can also open the door from the bottom or on the manual way. That's great. The backrest you can adjust. Look at that, I can do it with one hand, but hopefully I can manage. You can see the different. Let me jump inside the car, but before I will do it, so what you can find one pocket, another pocket, air vents, USB port C, only one, and the floor is not quite flat, as you can notice. Right, and let me sit behind myself. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure if I can find the space behind myself. Okay, first of all, I've got something like 2 fingers above my head. But on the front of me, I can travel like that, but let's be honest, there is no space for my feet. No space for my feet. And definitely the driver's seat needs to be a little bit higher, but like I said, I'm sitting now behind myself. But let's be honest, I love the feature, the doors without the frame, absolutely amazing. So apart of that, you will find armrest, which is nice and soft, 2 cup holders, and let's be honest, I will say this is the space for 2 big adults like me, or will be 2 guys like me. There will be no space for small kids, but I would say it's enough for 4 people is absolutely perfect, or for adults at the front and 2 kids. Okay guys, and that's all about all new MG IM5. I always want to say MI, no, but let's be honest, the MI5 or MI6 will sound completely different and better, especially on the British market. Yeah, MG, think about it. Anyway, so that's all for today. Please let me know in the comment below what you think about this car. That's quite important. Please subscribe to my channel. Please let me know which one would you like to choose, even if the price will be the same, IM6 or IM5, because those cars are very similar, but there is huge difference between both of them. This one is the standard model, standard version. Anyway, on the standard you've got 70, if I'm not wrong, 75 kWh battery, which is quite big battery for electric vehicle. If I would like to choose one of those two, I will choose IM5, no 5. Why? Because it's more compact, and I think I prefer this one. I feel much better in this one than in that, the other one. If you are sit to the IM6, you've got the feeling that you are sitting on the huge, expensive car. That's my feeling. Okay, very premium. This one's also quite premium, but here you can feel like more simple, in my opinion. So anyway, let me know in the comment below what you think about it. Anyway, so as usual, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and your 4 wheels, and see you next time.